Hey everyone, it's Jordan from Fishkeeping Made Easy, and today I'm going to give you a little update on what's happened with my piranhas. So I've had a lot of people asking for updates, wanting to know how big they are now and all this kind of stuff, but if I'm going to be honest, I actually don't have them anymore. Now, it's nothing dramatic, they didn't all die or anything like that. Basically, it was just a change in circumstances where I was moving house and couldn't take them with me. So basically, I couldn't take all my tanks with me. Obviously, I had my nano reef tank, which I took with me, and I have my big cube tank. Now, I'd only had the piranhas for maybe around 6 or 7 months, and when I kind of had to decide which tank I was going to take, I wanted to keep the cube tank because I had my eel, my Amazon puffers, my geophagus, even though he's a bit of an arse, the Cories, the blue phantom plex, which I've all had for at least a few years now. So obviously it was going to be easier to rehome a group of piranhas, and thankfully the shop that I bought them from were happy enough to take them back. The staff at the shop are very knowledgeable and animal welfare is their #1 priority, so they'll make sure these piranhas go to the right person. So other than giving friends and family some of the fish that I've had in some of my aquariums, this is the first time I've actually properly rehomed fish. And if I'm being really honest, I did feel really guilty. I felt like I'd kind of let these fish down, and really I didn't ever want to have to give them away. I don't really want to have to give any fish away, but the piranhas especially, because they had such a care requirement, I felt like I was going to be able to provide them the best care they could possibly have. And obviously 6 or 7 months down the line, I've had to give them away. So I do feel like a bit of a failure when it comes to fish keeping, and that's why I didn't really talk about this situation much when it first happened. But sometimes circumstances change and your tanks have to change with those circumstances. I feel like if I'd taken the piranhas with me, it would have been a little bit of a disaster because they would have definitely needed a bigger aquarium within 3 or 4 months, and it's just something I couldn't give them. Obviously, a lot of people will say, well, you should have known piranhas were going to grow that big and they were going to need a new aquarium. But obviously, when I bought them, I was able to provide them with that care. But with my circumstances changing, there was no way that I was going to be able to have a 500-600 litre tank. However, I feel like I've done the right thing. They'll now be with someone who can give them the same quality of care that I gave them when I had them, but for a much longer period of time. When I thought about it more, I'd given them everything they could have wanted. The only thing I obviously could have given them was a much larger tank, but I would have just found myself in the exact same situation, as I wouldn't have been able to take that 500-600 litre tank with me. But I did really enjoy keeping these guys. I enjoyed everything I kind of learned about them, how they were slightly different to what they were made out to be, and of course I enjoyed making all the videos about them. My wife absolutely loves piranhas, so once we have more space, I would absolutely love to keep them again and have them in this giant river themed tank where we could keep some cardinal tetras and some Cories and just basically have them in a sort of community looking kind of tank. So I thought I would just make this video to let people know I no longer have the piranhas, but I still will be making some piranha content as I learned a lot about the piranhas that there's still loads of videos that I want to make. It would be interesting to hear other people's stories of having to rehome fish, or if you've actually rehomed fish for someone. Comment that down below, and as always, thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.